Let's get right to it, humility. It's a word we hear tossed around, but rarely do we stop to think about what it really means or why it matters so much in our lives. Not exactly trending on social media, right? In a world obsessed with likes, followers, and going viral, humility can feel almost invisible. We're told to chase the spotlight, the wins, the status. The louder you are, the more attention you get, or so it seems. Humility, that's for losers, or so we think. It's easy to believe that being humble means fading into the background, letting others walk all over you. But here's the truth. Humility isn't weakness. It's not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. It's about recognizing your strengths and gifts but not needing to shout about them. Imagine a party. Who do you want to hang out with? The person who listens, who asks questions, who makes you feel seen? Or the one who won't stop talking about themselves, always trying to one-up everyone else? That's the power of humility. It draws people in, it makes you approachable, trustworthy, and real. Pride pushes people away, but humility pulls them closer. It's the difference between being admired and being truly respected. It's what makes a leader worth following. The best leaders aren't the ones who demand attention. They're the ones who lift others up, who listen, who serve. So, forget what you thought you knew about being humble. It's not about shrinking yourself or hiding your talents. The saints, our heavyweight champions of humility, weren't weak. They changed the world by their actions, not their egos. They stood up for what was right but never needed to boast. True strength doesn't need to shout, it just is. Humility is quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need applause to feel secure. We're going to learn how to tap into that strength. Ready? Let's go. Because humility isn't just a nice idea. It's a skill you can practice, a habit you can build. Humility isn't about hiding your light. It's about shining it on others, helping them see their own worth and potential. It's about being part of something bigger than yourself. When you put others first, you create a ripple effect that can change lives. The world needs more of that. More people, willing to listen, to serve, to lift others up without needing the credit. So let's see what real humility looks like. It's in the small, everyday choices. How you treat a stranger, how you handle success, how you respond to criticism, and how you can make it your own. Stick with me. This could change everything, not just for you, but for everyone around you. Let's break it down. Humility is honesty. It's knowing what you're good at and what you're not. A humble person says, I'm great at this, but not at that. It's not self-deprecation, it's self-awareness. Humility means recognizing your gifts and that you didn't get here alone. You had help, family, friends, mentors, maybe even a little luck. A humble person gives credit where it's due. Think of a quarterback after a touchdown. We did it as a team. Humility isn't weakness, it's confidence without arrogance. It's knowing your worth but not needing to prove it every 5 minutes. Humble people let their work and character speak for them. It's seeing yourself accurately. Not too high, not too low. When you do that, you open yourself up to real growth and connection. You stop protecting your ego and start building real relationships. Humility is the master key to respect, trust, and impact. That's what we're after. Meet Francis of Assisi, the original less is more guy. Long before minimalism was a trend, Francis lived it to the extreme. His story isn't just about giving things up, it's about discovering what really matters. Born into wealth and privilege, Francis was the life of every party. He wore the finest clothes, enjoyed the best food, and was surrounded by luxury. But deep down, he felt a growing emptiness that all the riches in the world couldn't fill. After a personal crisis shook his world, Francis made a radical choice. He gave up his inheritance, his status, and every comfort he knew. He walked away from it all, choosing a life of radical simplicity and purpose. Instead of chasing applause, he devoted himself to serving the forgotten, feeding the hungry, caring for the sick, and helping those no one else would. Francis teaches us that humility isn't weakness, it's the strength to let go of ego and possessions. Detachment, for him, was a path to true wisdom. He showed that your worth isn't measured by your stuff, your title, or your bank account. It's about who you are when everything else is stripped away. The problem isn't owning nice things. It's when those things start to own you, shaping your identity and your choices. Francis found a freedom most people never experience. Freedom from needing more, from comparison, from fear of losing status. He discovered that true wealth is found in relationships, in service, and in genuine connection with others. His humility made him fearless. He even crossed battle lines to meet the Sultan of Egypt, risking his life to talk peace instead of war. When you're not busy protecting your ego, you're free to do amazing, courageous things you never thought possible. Humility, Francis believed, builds bridges between people. It tears down walls and brings communities together. He didn't need applause or recognition. Francis found his greatest strength in quietly serving others, one act of kindness at a time. That's the lesson he left us. Let go of what holds you back, and you'll discover a power and peace you never imagined. Humility isn't about living in poverty. It's about being free from pride, from the need to impress, and from the fear of not having enough. By putting others first, Francis changed the world around him, proving that real influence comes from compassion, not control. That's the kind of strength our world needs today. Let's learn from Francis and find the courage to live with less and love more. Now meet Saint Therese of Lisieux, the little flower. She didn't do anything flashy. She lived quietly, serving in small ways. Her little way was about doing ordinary things with extraordinary love. She smiled at grumpy nuns, did chores nobody wanted, and found meaning in the mundane. Humility isn't just for big moments, it's in the little ones too. It's how you act when no one's watching. Therese showed us that greatness is built on small, humble acts. You don't need a stage to make a difference. Her little way is for everyone. Just do the small things with love. Humility is about being faithful in the background. No applause needed. That's real power. Therese changed hearts by being quietly good. You can too. Start small. It adds up. Think you're too far gone for humility? Meet Augustine of Hippo. Brilliant, proud, wild. He chased every pleasure and thought he had all the answers. But pride left him empty and lost. His turning point? Hitting rock bottom and admitting he needed help. In surrender, he found freedom and true genius. Augustine became one of history's greatest thinkers, but only after embracing humility. His story proves it's never too late to change. Humility starts when you admit you don't know everything. It's okay to be wrong, to ask for help, to change your mind. Augustine's pride nearly destroyed him, but humility saved him. The first step to greatness is admitting you're not as great as you think. That's real wisdom. If Augustine can do it, so can you. Your past doesn't define you, your next choice does. Humility is always an option. Choose it. It's the ultimate comeback. Saints are great, but what about the real world, your job, your team, your daily grind? Humility isn't just for monasteries. It's a secret weapon at work. Think of the best boss you've had. Were they humble or prideful? Humble leaders build trust, encourage creativity, and celebrate others. Prideful leaders create fear and stagnation. In meetings, humility means listening, taking feedback, and putting the team first. It's not weakness, it's confidence and security. Humility makes you a team player, not a know-it-all. The humble person is always learning, from anyone, anywhere. Pride stops growth. Humility keeps you curious and adaptable. In a fast-changing world, humility keeps you relevant. It's the engine of personal and professional growth. Want to get ahead? Be humble. Admit mistakes, ask questions, and help others shine. That's how you build a career and a legacy. Humility isn't just nice, it's necessary. It's what sets you apart. Try it at work. Watch what happens. You'll be surprised. Want humility? You have to practice it daily. Start small. Here's how. First, really listen. Don't just wait to talk. Ask questions. Be curious. Focus on others. That's Teresa's little way in action. Second, serve in secret. Do something helpful without expecting credit. That's Francis's spirit. Find joy in the act, not the applause. Third, learn to say, I don't know, I was wrong, and I need help. Augustine's lesson, these words unlock growth. Pride hates them, but they set you free. Admitting mistakes rebuilds trust. Asking for help is strength, not weakness. Practice these habits even when it's hard. Each time you chip away at pride and build real confidence. Humility is a muscle. Work it out every day. The more you do, the stronger it gets. Start now. Small steps, big change. Humility isn't a one-time thing, it's a daily choice. Make it yours. Let's zoom out. Why does humility matter so much? Because in the long run, humility always wins. Pride is a firework, flashy, then gone. Humility is a steady flame, lasting, warm, real. Prideful people crash and burn. Their ego isolates them. Humility builds what lasts. Families, teams, friendships, communities. It's the foundation of real connection. Humble people are safe harbors. People are drawn to them. Their influence is quiet but deep. That's the legacy that matters. Humility gives you peace. Pride is exhausting. Trying to prove yourself all the time, that's a heavy burden. Humility sets you free to be authentic. You can celebrate others, accept your failures, and move on. You're not a slave to your ego. That's real freedom. That's real power. Humility brings peace that pride never can. In the end, it's not about being better than others. It's about being your true self. We've covered what humility is and what it isn't. We've explored how it's not about putting yourself down, but about seeing yourself honestly, with all your strengths and weaknesses. Humility is about being grounded, not invisible. We've learned from Francis, Therese, and Augustine, people who changed the world not by shouting but by serving. Their stories remind us that true greatness often comes quietly, through small acts of love and selflessness. Humility isn't weakness. It's the secret to better relationships, stronger careers, and a deeper peace of mind. It's the foundation for real connection with others and with yourself. When you're humble, you're open to learning, to growing, and to truly listening. But talk is cheap. You have to act. Knowing about humility isn't enough. You have to put it into practice, step by step, moment by moment. Information without action is just entertainment. It might feel good to listen, but real change only happens when you do something different. I want you to be transformed, not just entertained. Let this be the moment you decide to live differently, to let humility shape your choices. Here's your challenge. Over the next 24 hours, find just one real opportunity to practice humility. It could be at work, at home, or even with a stranger. Let someone else take the credit. Bite your tongue when you want to prove you're right. Choose to listen instead of speaking first. Give someone your full attention. Put your phone down, look them in the eye, and really hear what they're saying. That's humility in action. Don't announce it, just do it. The most powerful acts of humility are often the ones no one else sees. This isn't a one-time fix, it's a daily decision, a habit you build over time. Each day is a new chance to choose humility. Some days you'll nail it, some days pride wins, that's okay. What matters is that you keep trying, learning, and growing. The goal is progress, not perfection. Every step forward counts, no matter how small. Your past doesn't define you. Your next choice does. Every day is a fresh start. Go out there and make it count. Be strong, be confident, be successful. Let your actions speak louder than your words, but do it all with a humble heart. Remember, true greatness is measured by how you treat others, not just by what you achieve. Be great by being humble. The world is changed by people who serve, not just those who shine. You have no idea what you're capable of until you get your ego out of the way. When you do, you'll discover strength and potential you never knew you had. Now go do it. The world needs more humility. Imagine the impact if each of us chose to lead with kindness and respect. And it starts with you. Today, take that first step. The journey to greatness begins with humility. Know that you are valuable and that you matter. God bless. Peace.